Alright, it's March 23rd. Gonna go after a double brew day. Gonna start off with the Imperial Stout. Trying to aim for something like Great Divide, Oak Aged, Espresso Yeti, or whatever it's called. Real big beer. It's gonna be about $10.95. Original gravity. Eventually add some espresso, oak staves, to make it a real nice beer here. So after that, I'm going to go for the regular IPA I make, and hopefully wrap them both up today. But just getting the strike water going, and stay tuned. Alright, so we began the mash. I just want to show off a new piece of equipment that replaced the return. So if you've ever seen any of the other videos, the return through the mash tun lid is pretty much exactly like the whirlpool arm, exact same piece, and just act as a overall wort return into the top of the mash. And what I ended up getting is a lock line, and it's stuff that you'd use in like saltwater aquariums. It has a number of different plumbing uses, but overall it plastic, bendable, safe to use for hot liquids. And you can see it's really going to spread the wort around at the top of the mash, as opposed before it was just coming down on the one central point. So it'll be a lot more even mash temperature. So you can see I'm supposed to be at 150, and we're pretty much right there. Previous brew days, I'd have to pick up the lid and rotate it around every 10 minutes or so to keep the temperature even. So this is doing a great job. Helps that there's a lot of grain and liquid in there. It started with about 6.2 gallons of water and close to 17 pounds of grain. So there's a lot of mass in there to help keep the temp even. But overall, looking very good. So cheap piece of equipment. Has a MPT half-inch kind of screw in right to the top here, just like how the original arm did, and then connected two 6-inch pieces together, and then got it's like a 12-inch piece that had all the outlets that spreads it around. I think total with shipping it was $45, so totally worth it to not have to pick up the lid and move it around every 5-10 minutes and turn the burners on and off, on and off. Should keep it really even, so excited about this. So we got the boil on the stout going over here. Heating up strike water for the second batch over there. Getting ready to do a 30-minute hop addition. Switching over to the these little mesh sacks for the hops just to see how these work out. And there goes the 30-minute. Real big mess. The Bookman hop blocker does not really do much with pellet hops, so trying what these little bags do to get more of an idea of how well they work when I do the IPA next. Tons of hops go into that one, so this one's still going. Hopefully it'll turn out well. I'll give you an overview of what's in it from grains to hops and yeast in just a moment. Alright, the boil for the Imperial Stout is done. Got the whirlpool arm is going here. Did all my additions using the hop sacks, so we'll see how that experiment goes. But now we'll turn on the hose here. Start cooling this baby down. So runs through the hose. Got a little bit of a leaky connection there. Got a tube that pushes it far over there. I know there's nothing more exciting than watching hot water cool down, so we'll cut to when it's in the fermenter. This will probably take about 20 minutes or so to get it down to pitchable temps. Groundwater's still cool even though it's a warm one today. Alright, second batch is underway here after a little bit of a cleanup. This is the IPA. One I've had a lot of good luck with in local competitions in the Delaware State Fair. Took first in the IPA category. Upper Mississippi Mashout took second. And this is a brew that I'm doing kind of preemptively in case it does well at the NHC this year. So I have my last batch bottled for the first round, and if this happens to move on, then I will have a second batch ready to go, because I don't have another 3 bottles to send out if it advances. So kind of just in case, and if it doesn't do well, then I'll drink it anyway. So mashing for 60, slightly different grain bill than the last batch I did, even though it did well. Added a little bit more specialty malt to specialty roast, and then changing up the hop additions a little bit as well. So I've changed it just a little bit each time I've made it, and feedback has always been pretty good. So keep messing with it, see how it turns out. Alright, so we are sparging right now. It's really great color on the IPA. It's a nice dark red.